this. Okay. Now, let's check, make sure that this is working. Okay. Gonna be starting in just a second there. All right. I think we're live. Huzzah. It's still a couple minutes, so I'll probably wait a little bit before getting shit underway. Okay. This is probably a problem I'm gonna have for a while because I never know what to do at the start of these things before, you know, everyone's filed in. Everyone being probably like 3 people. Either way. Jeff indeed. Whew. Jesus. Ugh. Somehow it has been a year of this. It really does not fucking feel like it. Okay, let me just set up the screen so I don't see what I'm doing like 10 seconds ago. There we go. Okay. Now I can just see what I'm currently doing and you guys. So hopefully that'll cut down on me not being 100% sure what I'm doing right now, because when you see what you're doing 10 seconds ago, that kind of throws shit off. That's in my head all day. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'll post the link on Orbis, see if anyone wants to join us. I'll put it in general. Okay, well. Maybe we'll get a few more people now that I've put that in Orbis, but yeah, I think we'll probably wait a good 5-7 minutes, so about 1:10 my time, and then I'll get started on that thing, because oh god. Ugh. Hey, Golmont. I have no idea if it's Golmont or Golmode. But yeah, as I was saying, we'll probably wait till about 110, and then I'll. Well, first I'm gonna try to explain to you just how this thing got made, and then I will uh, show just how awful it is. Okay. Oh, gold. That makes things a lot easier. Okay. It is quickly closing in on the end of the semester here, so like this might well be the last time you see me in this room. Well, actually no, because one of the two videos that I am hopefully going to be able to get out before the semester ends is going to include at least a short scene in here. So this is probably the second to last time you guys will see me in this room. I should probably close the window so we can't hear any sirens or anything. One sec. Okay. The fact that I cannot hear my own voice back, which honestly is probably a good thing, because otherwise I wouldn't know what I'm saying half the time, because it's like that speech jammer thing, but it also is making things very, very disquieting on this side. Oh, hey, Cairo, you are from Orbis. That worked. So yeah, I'll go over this one more time. So we're waiting until 110. Then I am exposing you all to the horror, which was my very first ARG, which only lasted one video, because, well, I'll explain it at 110 just to make sure we get like all of the probably 4 people who's gonna attend. Oh god. Oh yeah, you were the one who you were the one who bet Sasquatches, weren't you? That was amazing. Thank you so much for that. That was great. Uh, you don't know how badly I wanted you to win. Like, just to make you actually try and figure out a way to get a Sasquatch to those guys. Like, I knew that would pretty much like just kill you guys, but like I was this close to going, they might want a Sasquatch, you know? Honestly, like, that would have been something. That probably would have put you guys on their enemy, like, put Orbis specifically on the NEA's enemy list, like, for good if you did that shit. But that like, the auctioneer probably would have allowed it. Okay, so we've got about a minute left, and then I'll... Yeah, you are, Micah. Technically, repeatedly, because you and Tom are on it. So, congratulations, you are on an enemies list not once, but twice, which is, I suppose, some form of accomplishment. Like, that's definitely something you could wear as a badge of honor in some circles. Oh, sorry, is it Mika? Because that's the only other way I can think to pronounce it. Oh, okay. Okay, so it is now 1:10. So, let me explain to you the story of the Midsummer Murders, which is... Okay, so I used to be in this, well, back in high school, I was in this TV productions class because I wanted to make, you know, videos and shit. And that was pretty much the only class where that was the main goal. But, like, so this is actually before I knew what an ARG was. So, I didn't know what an ARG was, but I did really like experimenting with shit that you could do on YouTube, because I didn't have, like, I pretty much, I only have access to Premiere, Photoshop, After Effects, all this shit. I pretty much only have had access to that for 2 years. Everything else before that, I didn't even have editing software, so I had to make everything using pretty much what YouTube provided me. Like, a while ago they had this YouTube editor, which is pretty much like an online video editor. It was horrible. Like, just absolute shit. You couldn't actually cut. You had to just shorten videos down and then add another copy into it, stuff like that. But that was my jam, because I could not afford any other video editor and no, like, free video editor. Like, I didn't have the, like, computer power to actually use any of it. So I was just completely always using what YouTube gave me. So that means that I really liked what you could do. Like, I was always thinking, okay, what can I do with the services YouTube has? So it was like, hey, I could make a story that gets influenced by, you know, other people. Like, just have people say things in the comments, and then, like, the characters would read those comments. So pretty much, like, I invented an ARG, even though it had already been invented. It's like that guy who invented calculus after Isaac Newton discovered it like 20 years later. That is my claim, at least. So, my idea was, hey, I need to make a video project for TV productions. So I'll get my partner to, like, do the filming and stuff, and I'll get my siblings to be the actors. And I was like, okay, I can't do anything serious because we kind of... we, like, if you're casting your two younger sisters to play people who are your age, you have to go the comedic route. And that, ooh. And so what came of this was the Midsummer Murders, and I was like, I'll make the first episode as a thing for TV productions, and then if, like, the later assignments will let me, I'll make the next episode as another thing for TV productions. That way I'll get a good grade on my assignments and also make something that I actually am proud of. But, like, that didn't work out, so I only made the first episode, and, well, to be honest, I wrote the script, and I was the main character, but that was it. Owen, my partner in this, pretty much did everything else, because he is a god among men when it comes to video editing. Like, he was hired out of high school, like, to do video editing stuff. He got a full ride to, I think, Ball State or something, because of how good he was at this. And, like, he didn't really throw his full weight behind this, but he did do more than was needed of him. So, yeah, I think I've gotten as far as I can stalling with this, because, oh, God. Like, it did not come out as well as I had hoped. And honestly, like, I really shouldn't have hoped for any better, because, yeah. So, the basic idea of Midsummer Murders was, what if we do sort of a murder mystery, sort of also crossed with the X-Files, Kinda. Well, actually, I'll go with X-Files as the comparison, even though that's just horribly degrading X-Files right now. But we had it, so all the characters talked like Valley Girls. Like, that was the main conceit. All three of the main characters are Valley Girls. Well, I'm a Valley guy, technically. So the basic idea was that, hey, we're bored, we're gonna try and solve a murder because we're idiots. We're terrible at this, so we have to pretty much rely on the audience to solve all the clues because we're all morons. Apart from one of the main characters, but that main character gets pushed around a lot. So they just, like, the entire point was they would stumble into these, like, plots for, like, cults to take over the world, or, like, aliens are landing, shit like that. Shit that doesn't really make any sense, but isn't really supposed to. And now I'm going to show you guys this shit, and probably just die from embarrassment, because, oh god, choosing to do the Valley Girl accent for the entire thing did not do us any favors. Okay, and let's just get to it.
Hey guys, it's me, Kevin, and here with me is Carly and Becky. And OMG, Carly, you dyed your hair?
Oh god.
Awesome.
This is
so
physically
girls,
painful.
what did you do over the summer?
I actually have spiritual enlightenment in Hawaii.
Girls, we have to remedy this. We have done nothing over the summer.
But isn't it like school time now?
Don't worry, my dad can like totally get us doctor's notes.
OMG, this is perfect. So, girls, now that summer is back on, I thought that we could solve that old guy's murder.
Huh? What old guy?
Hank McDonald, I'm pretty sure he was a farmer.
He was an accountant.
Okay, Becky, but I'm pretty sure he owned a farm.
Yeah.
Well, either way, this will be fun. So, it'll be just like that book we tried to read, Midsummer Murders, right?
That's not the name.
Yeah, whatever.
But won't solving a murder mystery be like totally grody and nasty?
Don't worry, Becky, we'll totally be like Benny. OMG, I literally can't say his name!
Oh god, fuck. Oh god, I don't know
Benedict
we even went.
Thank you, Becky. You are like literally a total lifesaver. So, Carly, you in?
Yes!
OMG! We're totally gonna solve this murder! And don't you worry, guys, you'll be there to see it all happen. OMG, this is gonna be so much fun! Okay, Brad, you got it?
I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna pause here because this next part actually has a bit of a story to it, and also so I just can have a break from. Oh god. So, the reason we are currently filming in a restaurant is so we were supposed to film inside the mall because, you know, Valley Girls malls, the only other place they go to is Starbucks, and like we weren't going to get permission from Starbucks to pretty much make fun of their customer base and film a murder mystery. Oh god. So what we did, we went to the mall, and Owen really likes to use like his good equipment. But the problem with that is it's really obvious that you're filming something if you use, like, a very nice camera instead of your phone. So, Owen just lugs in this, like, 10-pound camera, like, puts it on his shoulder, and starts trying to film. And then, of course, people are gonna go, hey, what the fuck is going on there? And since we didn't have any permits, and you need a permit to film inside the mall, we got kicked out immediately. We then tried to film, like, right outside the mall, and then the same security guard pretty much chased us off the property. So we then had to go to where I worked at the time, a restaurant, to pretty much just ask the owner, hey, can we film here? And then finally, they said yes. So even though we're filming inside a restaurant, we're pretending it's the mall because, oh god. This was pretty much just an entire shit show. Which, by the way, is pretty much a sentence I can say no matter what film, like TV production project I am talking about that year, because they were all shit shows. Like, TV productions was one of my favorite classes, but it was horribly run. Just, oh god, like, You know, like in Harry Potter, where like the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher gets replaced every year? Yeah, our teacher got replaced pretty much every semester because it was just a shit show. Okay, back to me just dying inside. Okay.
Good. Hey guys, we're here at the mall where that old guy was found, and OMG, Becky, you're so short now.
The shark bit off the legs of a serpent. The doctors have to embrace.
Okay, well, anyway.
Dr. Hillen, you're a miracle worker.
OMG, Becky, I was just talking. Anyway, guys, let's go solve this murder.
The vicious murderer, Hank McDonald. Suspect, Peter Barty, under arrest and is currently awaiting trial. We still do not know where the heart has been hidden.
Come on, Brad. Come on. So, guys, this is where that Hank guy was found. So, girls, let's go look for some clues.
I just love clues. I'm gonna find like all the clues.
Guys, I'm kind of lost. I don't think that's stuff. It's stuff.
Oh, what's in here? Oh my god, that's a heart. That's literally a human heart.
Oh my god, guys! I told you this would be grunny.
Oh, there's a note in here. Oh god. The convocation is where the lifeblood of nature forms a chasm in the earth. It shall happen after the 7th sunrise and 8 hours succeeding your reading of this message. WTF? What does that mean? Okay, guys, we're gonna have to go figure this clue out. So that's bye for now, but if any of you know, leave it in the comments below. Deal? Bye!
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that was... Oh, God. So, yeah, that was the first and eventually last. No, that was a Fazoli's, actually. Yeah, so that was the first and last published episode of the Midsummer Murders. Oh, God. And, so, a couple things I want to talk about after I get over just yeah, that was painful. So let's talk about a few things of that. One, as you saw at the end there, like, the whole "this is not a game" thing did not occur to us at all. Like, we were very... I actually do have a plan to bring that back. Like, I don't know if I'm ever actually going to bring it back, but I have a plan for how to do it if I want to. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, as you can tell, this sort of pains me to talk about. But, actually, no, like, since, this was a TV production project, which means that the entire class had to watch it. So I was planning on, like, at the end going, hey guys, I'm planning on continuing this. If any of you guys want to, like, actually participate, like, here's the link to the channel it'll be on. But what happened instead was I was sick the day it was getting presented. So I called Owen, said, hey, could you, like, tell everybody, like, what our plans are for this? And Owen was, let's just say he was not well liked at the TV Productions thing, because, like, he was a bit of a snob, to say the least. Like, he was very particular about how he filmed things and how he thought things should be filmed, because, you know, he wants to aim for, like, high quality, even though he helped us make this shit. So, like, he kind of made everyone sort of hate him, like, to the point where we were supposed to do, like, have the entire class do one project for the final project. Like, everyone work on one video. And so we were like, okay, who should be on the editing team? And, like, obviously Owen should do that because he is literally a professional editor at this point. But literally no one wanted to put him on the team. They just wanted to, like, section it off in, like, this small area where he pretty much could do nothing because no one wanted to interact with him. So he said, hey, guys, this is a project I'm going to continue working on. So here's the link. And at that point, everyone was like, okay, we're never, ever, ever going there because we hate you. With a passion. Ugh. Yeah. So that was, like, I did try to make the second episode, but, yeah, it was not the greatest. But yeah, as I was saying, I was trying to make the second episode, and, I kinda did not understand the scope, because, like, there was supposed to be, like, a good 5 new characters introduced in that second episode, and I had run out of people that were willing to help me film, because, like, I worked with Owen, and that means that pretty much no one in the TV production class were willing to help me film that, and I already had included the majority of my family in the first episode, so I had to pretty much just, like, find the people who had no experience and say, hey, will you please just do this one episode for me? At which point, like, I got 2 people, one of them was my mom, to film the second episode, and we filmed it. We actually did film it, but then I sent it off to Owen for editing, and then it sort of died there because a lot of the footage got corrupted, and I was not willing to pile everyone up again and try to knock that out. So it just was never meant to be. And actually, something that I now remember about this, now that I've watched that train wreck, was you see how I wasn't wearing glasses? I wasn't wearing contacts either, which is why you kind of see me just looking all over the place, but never where I'm supposed to, because I literally could not see what I was supposed to be looking at. So I was, like, staring off here, thinking that's where the camera was, even though it was over here. Which is why I just was doing that all the time. Is there still some footage of episode 2? Probably. Like, I know I still have the props from episode 2 back at my house. So there is probably, like, one SD card with, like, a few minutes of footage from that. So if I find that, that is probably what we're gonna do for the second year anniversary, if that ever occurs. And if it doesn't, I'll just do it as, like, the end, like, the end of JDBH, like a stream at the end of that, because, like, that was, yeah. Like, most of the footage would be behind the scenes stuff, like me just trying to direct these people to, like, what we're supposed to do. Oh, God. Like, yeah, that's definitely one way you can put it. Oh, God. Oh, like, I was actually really upset that we couldn't continue filming that, because, like, I think it was kind of funny, but more funny as in, like, oh god, I hate this, like, cringe humor, which I don't like to watch cringe humor, but I apparently am fine filming cringe humor, so, oh god, yeah. So, you guys got any more questions about that? Or, you know, JDBH or Infra, because, you know, that's what I am actually working on right now. Yeah, probably, like, so, the cameraman was also a character, Brad. So if Brad was in charge of naming the episodes, that is what he would name. That is what he would have called it. 3 Basic White People Solve a Murder Case. Oh, God. Now that I've re-exposed myself to how that actually went, I am going to have nightmares for probably a few weeks. Just, ugh. Yeah. Well, as this and honestly everything I've ever made is an attest. It did end up online, but after the project sort of just fizzled out, I took it down off its own YouTube page, and just put it on the YouTube page where I just put all my projects, because you have to upload shit for TV productions so they can show it to the class. So I just have like a channel with a bunch of unlisted videos. So I might go back there for some more just terrible like emotional roller coasters for me and entertainment for you folks. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, as pretty much everything I've ever made is an attestment to, you hate everything you make that is even slightly old. Like, I look back at even like the first video for JDBH, and like, I just want to go back in time and throttle myself for how I delivered the lines, how I didn't fix the white balance, which is why that is the only video which looks kind of like it takes place in like this like, just honestly it kind of looks like there's this smear of mustard over the lens compared to everything else, because I didn't correct the white balance for that, and I want to kill myself just a little bit for not fixing that, Ugh. But yeah. Oh. It can mean that, but it also can mean that just the stars have been ripped from your eyes. Like, I have been making things, like, not necessarily video. I have just been making things since I was about like 5 years old. And I can say that, like, there were some times where I definitely did not improve, but like, just I woke up the next morning, saw this, and just wanted to set it on fire. Yeah. Honestly, like, if you put out projects like this, at least if people can't derive entertainment, they can at least go, hey, this is what not to do. This is an example of why this goes horrible. Just horrible. So now I know, don't do this. Do this instead. Oh, God. Alright, now I'm thinking about old TV productions projects. Oh man, now there's one I want to show you guys, but it is a music video, which means that if I actually show you guys that, then this stream will probably get flagged. So that will have to be for another day, or like, I'm trying to think if I could like take out the actual music, but I'm not sure it would work that well if I did that. Hey, if you want to, like, I am more than happy to share the cringe around here and push some of it off onto you guys. Oh, God. Awesome. this is very true, Gull. Cringe shares only one language, and like, sadly, like no matter what like creation myth you believe, like Babel or whatever, like that is one language that remains universal. Okay. I should stop leaning back in my chair. It makes me look like I'm just a floating head. There might be something... There might be, like, something in YouTube's chat policy that means that you can't just, post links. Like, I'll check, like, the chat, options, but I haven't seen anything that says that you can or can't. So, let me see here. Stream options... Okay, advanced stuff. Settings. That'll probably be it. Let's see here. Enable live chat. Okay. Yeah, links are probably listed under automatically block spam messages. So let me try turning off that for a second. Okay. Now if you reload and try to post it again, that hopefully should work. Otherwise, like, you just literally cannot post links into chat, because that is the only setting I see that could block links. Did you post it again? Because it is not working. Okay, try this. So there's YouTube messages now. So if you message me the link on YouTube, maybe I can post it in the chat, since I'm, you know, the person streaming. And if that doesn't work, I am currently on Discord, so you could just PM me on there. Oh, you see the links. I do not. Maybe it's on my side. Okay, I'm gonna reload this page. See if that works. Okay, let's see. No, I still don't see the links, which is weird. Aha. Okay. Yeah, PMing on Discord worked, so let me see if I can post this link. Aha. That... Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. Let's see this stuff. Oh, I forgot I...
Vroeger heet Gijs Gleunlut. Waarschijnlijk doodgegaan om 12:13. En het is hem fataal geworden dat er een steen recht in zijn nek is gedaan.
Oh, fuck. Honestly, that wasn't that bad. Like, it's probably like around C grade student film level, which there's a lot farther you could go. Like, farther down you could go. Okay. Fix that. High school, like, I would make so I would make like these comedy videos, and I'm shot because, again, didn't have the ability to like mask anything, anything that would look black, and just draw on a goatee because, like, it's because that's like the only shit I could do. Oh yeah, and that was just when I played 2 characters. I then decided, hey, why not play all the characters? And then so there was me, goatee guy, person wearing a wig. Not even like I wasn't even pretending to be a girl. I was literally just a person in a wig, like canonically. Guy who wears sunglasses, and that was just how I tried to make. That we turned in so many unfinished videos because, as I said before, we did not know, we had no sense of scale. We were like, because like these were all like 1-2 week projects, so it's like, yeah, we should make a small video. No, like 10-page scripts with usually a lot of like special effects included. So we just had to then just chop and chop and chop until we got something that kind of worked but made no sense because it was like 3 pages of a 10-page script and none of them were like in sequential order. And then we like had to like rewrite all that shit and then try and act it out even though we gave ourselves no time to prepare. God. I don't know how we actually passed that class because like we never actually turned in a finished video. They were all just like these like half-edited messes. Actually, no, I do know how we passed because we were somehow not the worst. Like, that class kind of got a reputation as, hey, if you take this class, you get an easy A, which, doesn't really attract people who are willing to put in work for their projects, Okay. Actually, technically no, because, he never went to his last year at Hogwarts. So, he technically didn't fucking graduate. I suppose if you go, hey, I defeated the Dark Lord as extra credit, then, that technically counts as a pass. But if you just go by the actual shit that happened, not really. Which is... yeah. So, trying to get back on track. So, yeah, that was the Midsummer Murders. And so what I was gonna do was, again, I'm not sure. Actually, a better show to compare it to would be Erie, Indiana. I have no idea if any of you have ever watched it before, but my mom used to live in Indiana. And so, that was a TV show she grew up with. And it was pretty much just, a kid, and he's the only one who notices, it's weird shit is always happening in this town. Not like a Monster of the Week weird, just the weirdness lives next door permanently. So he just, goes to random locations and weird shit happens, and he has to stop it if it's going to destroy the town, or learn to live with it if it's not doing any harm. So that is actually kind of what I wanted the Midsummer Murders to be, these three idiots. Actually, that's not fair. My little sister was not playing an idiot. Becky was the smartest of the group. But, these three idiots just walk, bouncing around town from, evil cults to, dragons. Well, not dragons. I did not get very far in the planning of this show. Because, I only planned enough for the first 2 episodes. And then I was after that, I'm hoping at least one person will change the course of the show by commenting at least once, but that never happened. Erie, Indiana? Really? That's... I don't even think it's on Netflix anymore. My mom showed me the show, then it was originally on Netflix, but I tried to search for it a while ago, and I could not find it. I might be getting the name wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's synonym for creepy, Indiana. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that you're too dumb, it's just no one knows the provinces of another person's country, and that's pretty much what states are, provinces with a bit more power. The only province from, even Ireland I could name is, Cork. Oh my god. Yeah, but then just think about how deep that rabbit hole goes. That is just why not make an arg within an arg within an arg within an arg? And just keep on... It's the inception of args. But yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, just bothering yourself is the first step to making anything. no one wants to do shit. Like, the lizard part of the brain is like, are you hungry? No? Sleep. Do that. That way you're gonna survive for the longest period of time. So, pretty much everything that we do, everything we've built, is pretty much going, hey, I'm gonna bother myself right now, and it'll make shit easier in the long run, or it'll make me look back on this and either hate myself or go, I made this. And that's all of human civilization boiled down to a very reductive phrase. Hey, like, most people who speak English as their primary language suck at English. Like, English is like, I think it's like the 5th hardest language to learn. And somehow it is the lingua franca right now. Like, the hardest, I want to say, is Icelandic, because it has like 47 distinct characters or something like that. Hey, like, to be fair, like, it's not a difficult aesthetic to copy, which is kind of by design. Like, my idea for Stephen and John is, like, they have a bit of the secret agent flourishes, but the videos themselves are put together by, like, agents who don't really want to be there that much, because, like, it's not exactly a great position just, like, making coded videos and sending them over to another agency over YouTube. So, like, they're typically pretty lazy about it at the same time. So it's, like, lazy, what is the goddamn name for that genre? Yeah, fuck it. Lazy secret agent shit. That's the aesthetic. So yeah, damn, it's been close to 2. But... But yeah, if any of you guys have any questions about, like, JDBH or Infra, like, I'm good with that, answering those too, because, like, I don't have to do much shit for a while. Yeah. I should probably, like, update the map pretty soon that I made of all the shit, just to, you know, add in the logos and officially connect Stella Plath into that. Actually, like, the research I had to do for Infra was actually a lot of fun. Like, you guys haven't really encountered much of the main bulk of what I've had to research yet, but, like, as you get further into this, actually, probably the next post for that is actually going to contain a middling-sized clue as to some of the research I had to do. Mm-hmm. guessing then, like, the lyrics of the song are the key for the VIG. I'm not even gonna try to say the VIG full name, because, like, I'm not Italian. I think it's Italian. Vignier? I want to say it's Vignier. Oh. Yeah, that would make it a bit more difficult. Yeah. Plus, it means you can use songs with no lyrics, which make things a bit more varied. I got romantic language, so I'm gonna claim victory there. And also because, like, I am an American. If I'm not at least a little oblivious to other people's cultures, I'm doing it wrong. Like, aha! Further victory! Oh, man. Oh. I'll be honest, like, I actually did not know the history of Vignier at all. I just... Oh yeah, that is, like, I can't actually post anything this week because my girlfriend's in Michigan right now, actually. So I've had to hold off on posting till we can both make the next one. So, like, that's probably coming out in the next week-ish, which is a bit of a break from the norm since it's usually supposed to be like once a week, but you know, real life shit. So I'm guessing that what I'm gonna say, what we're gonna say is that Stella had some problems with midterms, something like that. So, but yeah, it's got a lot going on actually. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah, like, intro was like, I probably had the idea for that. Oh yeah. God, my messages. Okay, so I originally had different fonts. Like, I originally had, like, fonts that were much more noticeable, but the problem was that we wrote all of the scripts on a Google Doc instead. And Google Docs and Blogger do not have the same fonts available. So, like, the fonts were a lot noticeable, like, really fucking noticeable in the Google Docs folder. And then we just copied and pasted it into Blogger, and they changed the fonts because they didn't have the font we were using. And by the time, like, we had realized that this was that this had changed, it was a while later, and it was like, yeah, honestly, like, I'll probably try and change the source this week, like, just to make it a bit more noticeable. But, like, we didn't actually notice that for a while. Like, it was it was a lot more noticeable when we made it, and then we just kind of forgot about it. Yeah, like I think one of the trademarks of my ARGs is just not making things as noticeable as they should be. Yeah, that is a problem. Actually, I can fix that now. Let me check. Yeah, here it is. So that was week 3. And yeah, let's change that font to, let's go with Courier. Yeah, that's a lot noticeable. So yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah. And Courier. Yeah. Courier. And where is the H? Okay, let's go to HTML to try and find that H. Okay, there we go. And update. There we go, that'll make things a bit more noticeable. Yeah, that's a lot more noticeable. Yeah, yeah. If I knew that was a problem, then I would have fixed it. But honestly, like, I didn't expect many people to even read week 3 because it's like plain text, just like 2 sentences. So the fact that no one was reading it and no one was commenting on it, I thought was just like part of what was supposed to happen, and not the fact that, you know, it was just impossible to notice. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to everything we're gonna do with that, because it's like one thing that I've seen a lot of people. Sadly, Blogger doesn't have Comic Sans, but yeah, one thing I've seen a lot of people, at least on the JDBH Discord, talk about is how they were a little bit confused with how once I crossed over with CAD, you saw a lot more supernatural elements coming in, and people figured that was just because now that I'm connected to CAD, I sort of have to. That actually was pretty much always part of the plan, because I think one thing that I have been trying to push really a lot about JDBH is that the universes are different, but they aren't opposites. And like, Jay's universe has like a shit ton of tech. Like, they're the ones who made the phone. They're the ones who started the Mirror project. So they're like just way ahead of our universe in tech. But our universe has got supernatural shit. Like, they might have fucking laser guns. Well, I'm not confirming or denying if they have laser guns. It's just an example. But they've got but we've got people who can like blow things up with their minds. Again, only an example, not trying to reveal any characters here. So yeah, like, the supernatural things were always meant to be a part of JDBH. It's just that since we mainly focus on Jay's universe, since that's, you know, the one he's in, like, it's sort of harder to see the cool shit that's happening in our universe. Well, like, actually, like, there is something preventing that, but I don't want to go and talk about that yet, because that is actually something that you're going to get into probably over this summer. Like, there are some things that make that a bit more difficult than it would initially seem, so... But yeah, that is going to be fun. And one thing you guys should be expecting, probably by this week, before the like 2 actual videos from Jay come out, is a video from Blaze. So, like, I've got most of the shit I need for that. I just need to go and get just some lines from a few other people, and then that'll be done. Well, then I'll have all the things I need to edit it all together. But yeah, I promised you guys that you'd meet Eno eventually. And, well... It looks like it, because it's not a handle that's currently taken. Alright. Looking forward to it. Shit. Yeah. Who knows? Like, I've been connecting with just shit tons of ARGs at this point. Maybe I'll connect with that one too, and we'll build that ARG-verse that people seem to be talking about in Orbis. That is typically a good step, but just, like, beware of over-planning. Like, ARGs have the, like, they're a lot more like a Pathfinder game than an actual story. Like, Gerald Brody was not actually supposed to be a main character at all, but now he is pretty much like the face of the NEA. Thanks to pretty much you guys telling telling Jay to look into it more. Yeah. Connecting everything from the sun's vanished to, I don't know, fucking marble hornets. Actually, like, JDBH is probably the best thing to be a central hub for all ARGs. Since, like, well, either JDBH or CAD. Because, like, we're both alternate universe stories, and since CAD has now introduced, like, 2 other universes, like, multiverse theory is definitely correct in the JDBH CAD connected universe. So, technically, like, if we just go infinite universes, so that means, logically, one of the universes has to be exactly like TSV or Daniel Luster. Technically, I'm already the center of all the universes. Yeah, just, like, not in any way that matters. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not just the only one. I'm not just the connecting piece to all ARGs. But it's like, oh god, there's like that. I can't remember that theory, but it was like there's this one show where it turns out that it was all in I think an autistic kid's mind while he played with a snow globe, and that show connected to like pretty much every other show on television. That is what we have become. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, actually, like, the 2 videos that Jay was supposed to release, like, the 2 videos that Jay was supposed to, is gonna release before the end of the semester, hopefully. Those were actually supposed to come out during spring break, but I did not realize just how, like, I probably have given myself PTSD editing the video where Blaze goes to talk to Jay. Like, that was horrid. Ugh. My entire week was just that. So I could not film the other 2 videos that I was supposed to film. And now that it's back during school time and closing in on finals, like, I have not had the time to film these 2 videos, so I'm hoping I get to film them next week. Because, it's just been terrible. But yeah, those videos actually are going to make things a lot more interesting. Oh god, yeah, like my family had to drag me away from the computer on multiple occasions for me to, you know, actually consume sustenance. And the problem was, like, I couldn't just, like, blur out his face or anything, because I reused one of my actors, because, like, I didn't want to cast an actor for someone who is never going to actually be on screen, you know? Because he's always gonna, like, blur out his pretty much entire body. So, like, I was like, hey, Charlie, you're playing Alex, can you also play... that's actually why Alex only comes in at the very end there. It's because he's busy playing Blaze, and I didn't want to, like, do extra masking work on top of the work of, like, cutting him out of every frame. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, so... That's why Alex is only in the last 10 seconds of that video. Because Zach is preoccupied. Whew. Two birds on a line. Yeah. Hey, that'd be something. you'd think that if that was the case, though, that Jay and Asher would have recognized him from his voice. But hey, I'm not discounting the theory. Well, actually, I am, because, you know, Alex isn't blonde, for one thing. Nor is he a mix of German, Indian, and American, so... Yeah. Oh, God. Just imagine that, a mix between Bostonian, German, and Russian in one accent. But yeah, there are actually some pretty big plot points coming up. Hey, no, own it, Cole. You take off his glasses in order to put them on yourself. That way you both get disguised. It's like one's doing the Superman, one's doing the reverse Superman. Yeah. Like, on one hand, like, I do hate to make the map that I've created for you guys even bigger, but on the other hand, like, as long as you guys have got that, hopefully you guys, like, I hope that I haven't made things too fucking complex for you guys, because, I will admit that I do have a tendency to, like, go into a lot of detail with the worlds, which means there can be a lot of plot points that, like, well, not plot points, but, like, organizations that only kinda matter, you know? Like, for instance, let's see. Actually, no, I can't think of one off the top of my head that I'm gonna just dismiss as not that important. Yeah. Yeah, I do like building worlds, probably a bit too much, because, like, there's just so much interesting shit going on in both of them. Like, honestly, I want to say that you don't have to care about the periphery stuff too much. Like, I think I've done at least a decent job of pretty much sandwiching everything that you really need to know. Like, as long as you, like, focus on the middle left part, that's pretty much just the main cast. And if you got those guys, you're gonna be all right. You might not get everything that's happening, but that's why the map's there. But yeah, like, I am a bit sorry about that, because, like, not all you guys, like, this is my problem with puzzles too. Like, not all you guys are as in-depth into the world as me. Is, like, literally no one is, because I'm the one who created this shit. Oh, that's cool. But then, like, once you create one thing and then it splinters out, you can splinter out even more and more and more until pretty much you've got the entire world on one tree. And yeah, that's pretty much my problem in a nutshell. Like, it's really easy to expand with so many nice little seeds for new stories. Like, to be honest, like, even after JDBH ends, I might still do some more things just with this world I've made. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you've never seen me run a Pathfinder game, man. Like, oh god, my poor players. Oh god. Hey, that just means that you have 101 possible story arcs for the GM to just pick and choose at their leisure. Whew. Like, honestly, as a GM myself, that... Okay, 40 pages is a bit of a lot, but, like, they will at least skim over it enough to go, okay, this is the most interesting part. I'm going to use this as a plot point, or I'm going to use it as a main quest. Like, Actually, I think I might have my my map for one of my worlds on here. Let me see if I do, because then I can just show you how insane it gets. I do not. Let me check on here, because I know that oh, it's probably in my drive. So let me get on there. Actually, yeah, it is on my drive. So let me just. Whew. Yeah. Roll 20 and Legends of the Realm. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, that's the one with a circle on it for reasons. So let me just download that. Okay, now let me. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so this is like the bare bones map, because like the real detailed map with all the towns and villages on it, that is that's only on Roll20, and it's made in Roll20, so I can't download it, which is annoying. But this is like the bare bones version of my my Pathfinder game map. So let me just upload that. Upload file. So, let's see. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, so it's a shareable link. Okay. Yeah, so this is the link of, well, not the full world, not even, because I went with the whole multiplanar ship, but this is the world that they spend most of their time on. Yeah. Yeah, it is, canonically, that map is the size of Russia. Well, not the actual map. The land masses on that map. That is about... Actually, since it's square, it is the length of Russia on both dimensions. It is incredibly big. I still have a problem with scale. Like, I was a lot worse with scale back, like, a few years ago, but I have not improved that much. Yeah, just for reference, I've run three campaigns now in this world. The first one pretty much was entirely based in Otrad. Then the second one was entirely based in Davlia. And the third one, which has just started, is entirely based in the Wildlands, which is the country that used to be called Estill until that fell like thousands of years ago. Oh yeah, like I have so what I tend to do to make things a bit more manageable is like I get players from previous games I've played in this world and get them to run like major NPCs, something I learned from Matt Colville. And so so much shit is going on. Oh, I didn't draw this. Like I can't remember what, but I used like a world map generator. So I just found one of those and tweaked it to my liking. Like, it is, I can't remember what actual generator I used, but it wasn't actually that difficult, so... Ugh. Yeah, like, honestly, like, they can really vary in quality. Like, this one's pretty good. I can't remember the name of what it is, but it was pretty good. But you can't do biomes at all, so everything just looks like grassland. Yeah, like, honestly, that isn't that big of a worry, because, like, at least, like, I've run 3 campaigns in this world, and, like, no one really gives a shit about the actual map. That is just a thing they use to get them to good places. Like, you can put pretty much anything anywhere, because, like, if it's a world map like this, it's not going to have all the details. So you just work out the details on your own. Or if you really want, you could say this is an old map of the old world. So that way, like, things have changed. But, like, it's nice to have, and I'd say it creates more story ideas than it destroys. Oh god, I have always tried to watch Critical Role. Like, when Season 2 started, like, I didn't want to try and touch Season 1, because by the time I had learned of Critical Role, it was like 100 episodes into Season 1, 100 episodes of 3 hours each. I ain't doing that shit. But, like, I tried to get into Season 2. When it started, I watched, like, the first 10 episodes, and then I kind of forgot what happened. So I tried to go back, and then by the time I got caught up to where I was and understood what happened, there were, like, another 30 episodes out, and I was like, oh, shit, I've fallen into the same trap, so, like, yeah. Like, I really want to, but at the same time, I do not have, like, I do not want to invest 3 hours a week into someone else's campaign, you know? Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time. Oh. Okay, there are too many things called BTS because I can't tell if you're talking about another like another like streamed campaign, the Korean boy band, or just the like I guess what would be like the shortened name for this channel. So yeah. Whew. That is a decent question. Yes, because as you all know, like, I myself am not a person, and neither are you two. Only Shrimp is a person here. uh, yeah, I've got a bit of a lisp. Phew, if it was real, like, honestly, we're both kind of screwed. Because, like, well, at least I, like, well, actually, yeah, I'd be screwed, because I would be Jay. And if I'm Jay, that means that I am currently being chased down by 2 fucking government agencies. Not to mention, the world Jay's in is pretty screwed, because, like, it's pretty much controlled by corporations. And then our world is also screwed, because they're just dudes with immense magical power, or supernatural power. You know, there's a lot of sources of power out there. And then, of course, there's the NEA, chasing down that power, along with CAD. So yeah, like, we'd both be pretty screwed. That is also true. Oh. 2 birds on one. I can neither confirm nor deny that my name is actually Jay, or that I am in on what is colloquially known as this. Shit, then you're probably the safest out of all of us then, because like I'm being chased by the government. Tom over here is also being chased by the government. And you're just a sentient life form that somehow gains sentience. So you're fine. Everyone else is screwed. Well, depends on what type of mushroom you are. Oh, in the UK. Yeah. I was about to say something about the UK, but like I'm not giving up the secrets of that particular organization just yet. Let's just say that that you would just naturally come across a certain group with a lot of animosity for just being a part of the UK. Well, like, he's not necessarily screwed, just in case he's just kind of screwed if he comes across that group. Hey, there are organizations everywhere, man. But like, you honestly probably shouldn't worry that much, because, like, unless you really piss those guys off, they're probably not gonna even notice you. So you're probably fine. Probably. Plus, you're also assuming that they can't get to the Netherlands, which would be incorrect. Yeah. Oh. Two birds on a wall. Yeah, okay, that is a fair point there. Yeah. So yeah, you are probably screwed. Never getting this song out of my head. Just gonna avoid them, huh? Like, that's probably not gonna kill you. Because, like, I will say that it's not the NEA or ERG. So, like, they won't have the same animosity just because of that phrase. No, you did not. Well, you did miss the main event, but, like, you can rewind to that and laugh at my just horrid Valley Girl accent if you really, really want to. Yeah. God. It was a lot of cringe. And, like, if you really want to, like, you're gonna have to figure out who they are first and get in contact with them. So it'll be a whole event, but if you really want to, like, I'm not gonna stop you. Well, the Home Office is a part of the 51st, so is it the 51st? I ain't saying. well, like, I assume what you're talking about is Lieutenant Colonel Cottrell and what he called the Home Office. So yeah, that's like Lieutenant Colonel Cottrell is not in charge of the 51st. He's just, high-ranking officer in the 51st. So Home Office would be just like Central Command, because that's what they call themselves. Well, they don't call themselves Central Command, they call themselves the Home Office, but I'm pretty sure you got that there. So, yeah, it's not the UK government. Also, the UK government would not be angry at you for being a part of the UK. Although that would be hilarious if, the UK just hated the fact that it had any citizens at all and just tried to force everyone off the island. Yeah. Honestly, considering how quickly you go through... No. Because Brexit is supposed to keep all of the white old people on the island and just kick everyone else off. Ooh! Someone's getting closer. Whoa. Totally possible. Totally possible. Yeah. Who do you guys know that had some Irish stuff in their past? Okay. Let's see, it is getting pretty close to 3, so I think I might call it here. So, any last minute questions, or should we bid adieu for now? Okay. Gold, Terry? Shrimp, if you're still watching? Oh man, I can't either. It is definitely going to be the longest video of Blazes that he's put out. So that'll be fun. As for Tom dying soon, I suppose that's really up to you. Okay, so I think I'm probably going to call it here. So until next time, guys. And now for me to try and figure out how to turn this off.